Welcome to Be the Light 365. I'm Pastor Jake. We're in Matthew chapter 23, verses 13 through 15 for our Bible study. And these are the woes. Now, what I mean is, Jesus is talking to the scribes and Pharisees and the priests and all this, and he's telling them, woe to you guys. In other words, y'all doing wrong. Do you not understand? He said, you shut up the kingdom of heaven. In other words, you have the word of God, and you won't share it with the people. What you do is you twist it for your own damnation. He goes on and he says, you devour widows' houses. In other words, you take their money and you don't even help them. You take their offerings and their tithes, but then you won't give none back because you keep it to yourself because you're greedy. He said, for a president, you like these long prayers. He said, you like to be the person saying these prayers. You like being this person that does all to look good in front of people, but you're not looking God. He says, matter of fact, he said, you'll receive a greater damnation. And the next one he goes is, the woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites. He says, you'll go over land and sea. In other words, you'll go all over this country looking for a student. He calls it a proselyte. And he says, as soon as you make one of these students, when you start teaching him, you make him twice as bad as you are. In other words, the iniquities of the fathers, the third and fourth generation, the same thing applies here. It means that you're going out, you're teaching bad religion. You're teaching bad doctrine. This is what this is all about. It's bad religion and bad doctrine. You're teaching things you shouldn't be teaching. You should be teaching the word of God. This is the thing he says. He says, you have the word. You shut up the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is the word of God. And you take it away from the people and you keep it to yourself, and then you just tell people little parts of it to get them to do what you want to do. That's why he's saying, whoa, that's why they're going to receive a greater damnation. That's why a lot of pastors are going to receive a greater damnation, is because they're not holding they're walking around the truth with traditions and religion and doctrines instead of following the word of God.